Now let's talk about Li3, Sanjian, third space. This is a Shu-Stream point. Li3 is located on the radial aspect of the index finger, proximal to the metacarpo-phalangeal joint, at the junction of the shaft and the head of the second metacarpal bone. How to find? With the hand relaxed, palpate along the radial aspect of the second metacarpal bone in a distal direction until the angle formed between the head and the shaft can be clearly felt. Li3 is located at the junction of the shaft and the head and slightly below palmar 2, its most external curvature. Si3 is located in a comparable position on the ulnar aspect of the fifth metacarpal bone on the ulnar border of the hand. Located in a comparable location on the feet are spleen 3 and bladder 65. With the hand relaxed, we needle Li3 0.3 to 1 tune vertically directly below the lower border of the metacarpal bone towards Si3. Actions, indications, clears heat and expels wind, benefits throat and teeth, alleviates pain. Special features, Shu-Stream point, wood point, important point for pain in the fingers and the metacarpus. This point expels wind and cold from the channel in painful obstruction syndrome of the hand, for which it is a widely used point. This action is partly due to its being the stream point, as these points are indicated in aches of joints. Li3 can also be used to expel wind heat in exterior invasions, and it is mostly in this context that it brightens the eyes and benefits the throat. Expels wind and cold from the channel in painful obstruction syndrome of the hand, and expels wind heat in exterior invasions. According to the classic of difficulties, the Shu-Stream points are indicated for heaviness of the body and pain of the joints. Li3 is an important local point for treating disorders of the fingers, especially the index and middle fingers, and dorsum of the hand. It is often combined with Si3 in the treatment of stiffness, swelling, and pain of the 5 fingers, and like Si3, whose location it mirrors, it is also indicated, although less used clinically, for acute stiff neck. Like Li2, Li3 is indicated for somnolence and fright. The smooth flow and impetus of wood chi to move up and out everywhere can assist large intestine when it has become stuck, constipated, irregular in body, mind, and spirit. The resulting toxicity can impair the functioning of large intestine. It may cling on to past glories or old hurts, disregarding what is of value and nourishment currently, and refusing to contemplate change. The forward-looking nature of wood and its associated power of birth can refresh and invigorate the large intestine, potentiating change and development. Conversely, at times, the large intestine, which is supposed to complete the work of refining the digestive juices, extracting and distinguishing what is valuable and expelling what is not, becomes overly focused on endlessly refining, and obsessive dissection and perfectionism can occur, a kind of hyperactive peristalsis. This can be as alienating for the sufferer as it is exasperating for those around them. Wood, with its ability to call a halt and its decisiveness, can help large intestine broaden its outlook and have a fresh perspective. Li3 regulates the large intestine. It invigorates the large intestine meridian and clears heat. It dispels wind heat, as it is a wood point, and brightens the eye. It benefits the throat due to the pathway of the large intestine. Interval or space in the names of Li2 and Li3 refer to the anatomy, the depressions distal and proximal to the second metacarpal bone. Li3 is wood point, Shu-Stream, antique summer point. Although not a frequently used point, it can be helpful in cases of constipation. It is similar in its effect to Li2. Can have a marked effect on children, especially for throat disorders, constipation, or diarrhea. For a person who has a negative view of life, this point can help bring the hope and forward-looking influence of wood to the metal. This is a local point for arthritis of the hand.